Question number 1. The enrollment in higher education in India is contributed both by formal system of education and by system of distance education. So the distance education contribute option A 25% of formal system. Option B distance education system contributes is not taken into account while considering the figures of the enrollment in higher education. Option C 10% of formal system. Option D 50% of formal system. The answer is 25% of formal system. Which one of the following is not a quality of a teacher? Option A, teacher must be fair in grading and marking. Option B, teacher should maintain an autocratic atmosphere in the class. Option C, he or she should have an interest in his or her profession and knowledge must be updated. Option D, teacher should use modern techniques, methods and gadgets at teaching for better understanding of the subject matter. The answer is option B. Teacher should maintain an autocratic atmosphere in the class is not a quality of a teacher. Navodaya schools have been established to option A provide good education in rural areas, option B check wastage of education in rural areas, option C complete Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, option D increase number of schools in rural areas. The answer is option A, to provide good education in rural areas. That is, Navodaya schools have been established to provide good education in rural areas. Like children's, like brilliant students are there in the backward. So to provide them good education is the main aim of Navodaya schools. In today's society, school should give option A ornamental base, option B vocational base, option C both A and B, option D none of this. So the answer should be option B vocational basis. In today's society, school should give vocational base. Education is the most powerful factor in making men modern. This was said by option A Robert C. Williamson, option B Alex Ingalls, option C M.S. Grover, option D Margaret L. Cormack. The answer is option B. Alex Ingalls said that education is the most powerful factor in making modern. So, in his paper Making Men Modern on the Causes and Consequences of Individual Change in Developing Countries, 6 developing countries, Alex Ingalls quoted these words. And he is saying that those who have come from very traditional background and he received a little formal schooling and that can under the right circumstances still become modern in adult life. Modern men in developing countries not only have a modern attitude, at the same time they can shown to behave differently. Liberation according to Jaina philosophy is option A freedom of matter, option B freedom of karma, option C freedom from life and death, option D all of this. The answer is option D all of this. That is, moksha is the ninth fundamental element of Jain tattvas. Moksha means liberation from the bondage of karmas. So to go to the moksha or to be liberated, one has to get rid of all 8 karmas. The statement, the study, design, development, implementation, support or management of computer-based information systems, particularly software application and computer hardware refers to option A artificial intelligence, option B information technology, option C information and data technology, option D information and collaborative technology. The answer is option B information technology. What are the barriers to effective communication? Option A dialogue, summary and self-review. Option B personal statement, eye contact and simple narration. Option C use of simple words, cool reaction and defensive attitude. Option D moralizing, being judgmental and comments of consolation. The answer is option D moralizing, being judgmental and comments of consolation are the barriers of communication. There are other common factors also there that is affecting communication, effective communication, that is use of jargons and use of emotional barriers, a lack of interest, attention. All these are also a common barriers for effective communication. In Indian philosophy, the theory of error has been mostly utilized in the field of Option A axiology, option B metaphysics, option C epistemology, option D all of this. The answer is option D all of this. Which among the following gives more freedom to the learner to interact? Option A use of film, option B small group discussion, option C lectures by experts, option D viewing countrywide classroom programs on TV. The answer is option B small group discussion. Why the small group discussions are more freedom to the learners to interact means they can enjoy it very easily and they can learn from each other and so many things are there and it is better than group thoughts, it is better than individual thoughts. So all these are give more freedom to the learner to interact each other. The English word communication is derived from the words option A communist and commune, option B communist and communicare, option C communism and communalism, option D communion and common sense. The answer is option B communist and communicare. Education is the most powerful instrument of option A social transformation, option B personal transformation, option C cultural transformation, option D all the above. The answer is option D all the above. Curriculum is option A course, option B syllabus, option C co-curricular activities, option D overall activities of an institution. The answer is option D. Overall activities of an institution is called curriculum. The base on which the subject activities and experience are planned is called option A lesson, option B design, option C curriculum, option D unit. The answer is option B design. If a student does not pay any respect to you, then you will option A rebuke him, option B award less mark in examination, option C ignore him, option D talk to his or her parents. The answer is option C ignore him. Progressive education emphasizes learning by option A reading, option B enjoying, option C writing, option D doing. The answer is option D doing. The students who keep on asking questions in the class should be option A encouraged to continue questioning, option B advised to meet the teacher after the class, option C encouraged to find answer independently, option D advised not to disturb during the lecture. The answer is option C encouraged to find answer independently. The technique of measurement of patterns of social behavior in a group is known as option A interactional analysis, option B social distance scale, option C sociometry, option D sociogram. The answer is option C sociometry. The technique of measurement of the patterns of social behavior in a group is known as sociometry. Which of the following is not a characteristics of a research? Option A research is not a process, option B research is not a passive, option C research is a problem oriented, option D research is a systematic. The answer is option A research is not a process. A major strength of ecological theory is its framework for explaining option A effective process in development, option B biological influence on development, option C cognitive development, option D environmental influence on development. The answer is option D environmental influence on development. Which of the following characteristics is most essential to make you a good teacher? Option A thoroughness of knowledge, option B proficiency of language, option C sympathy for students, option D effective communication. The answer is option C sympathy for students. The emphasis from teaching to learning can be shifted by option A adopting frontal teaching, option B adopting child-centered pedagogy, option C encouraging rote learning, option D focusing on examination result. The answer is option B adopting child-centered pedagogy. Single factor theory of intelligence was given by option A Alfred Binet, option B Thorndike, option C Freeman, option D none of them. The answer is option A Alfred Binet. Which of the following is the first step in the scientific method of problem solving? Option A, problem awareness. Option B, verification of hypothesis. Option C, formation of hypothesis. Option D, collection of relevant information. The answer is option A, problem awareness.